Hey guys, I'm Jason Inman and I like to read comic books. With the Luke Cage Netflix series about to debut, I thought I would tell you the 4 Luke Cage stories you should read. Number 4, Power Man and Iron Fist number 50. Have you ever wanted to know why Power Man and Iron Fist are such good friends and good teammates? Never quite understood what Luke Cage and Danny Rand saw in each other? Then Power Man and Iron Fist number 50 is for you. This issue marks the first official team-up of the team that will go on to be known as the Heroes for Hire. The issue highlights Luke Cage celebrating being cleared of the crime that had been hanging over his head for years. Power Man and Iron Fist must then team up in order to protect Luke's party guests from a surprise attack. This issue perfectly highlights the types of more personal, street-level threats that Danny and Luke would become famous for taking on in their long Marvel careers. And Power Man and Iron Fist number 50 cements Danny and Luke's friendship and illustrates why Power Man and Iron Fist are such a strong partnership. Plus, it's a party. Number 3, Pulse, number 11 through 14. What is better than babies in comics? Nothing, right? Well, this arc of Pulse deals with the birth of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' baby girl, Danielle. It is an important transitional moment in Luke Cage's life when he transcends into being a loving and doting father. Luke had already grown into a supporting partner for Jessica, and the birth of Danielle really culminates in a developmental arc that Luke has been on since his inception. The birth of Danielle also marks a shift in Luke's priorities that will influence almost every decision he makes from this point forward in publication history. It's not that often that characters really get to progress and change in the comic book medium, and Danielle's birth is one of the few in Marvel Comics. Luke Cage, one of the toughest street-level heroes in their universe, gets to be the father of a baby and also tied to Jessica Jones for the rest of their lives. Number 2, Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, number 8 and 9. Dr. Doom and Luke Cage go head-to-head over a measly $200. Unlike some of the more prominent Avengers, every dollar counts to Luke Cage, which is one of the basic tenets of Heroes for Hire, the team that gets paid for the heroics. Luke is hired to take down a collection of robots for the price of $200, until he isn't paid for it. So what is Luke to do? Well, go to Latveria, break into Dr. Doom's castle, and demand that Dr. Doom pay him the aforementioned $200. This is a great classic Luke Cage story arc. It epitomizes what the Heroes for Hire stand for, and why Power Man as a superhero stands separate from the rest of the Marvel Comics universe. It also has amazing Silver Age comics art, and many of Luke's classic catchphrases are securely in place throughout the story. Number 1, New Avengers. Brian Michael Bendis wrote the New Avengers right after he blew the Avengers up in his famous Avengers Disassembled run. This book saw several heroes that had never been on an Avengers roster before: Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Luke Cage. How Luke deals with how Captain America and Iron Man order him around, and how he fits in with fighting big supervillain threats really makes this a strong character piece for Luke Cage. Not only is the first volume in New Avengers one of the best Avengers storylines ever, but it leads into a storyline where Luke Cage gets to lead the Avengers with his pal Iron Fist by his side, making it easily the best Luke Cage story ever. Now, hopefully one day soon I'll get to do a Heroes for Hire list because I love it when Danny and Luke team up. And if you want to read any of the stories that I mentioned in this list, I put a link for each one in the description below. And if you like what you see, please click subscribe and also help support us over at Patreon. I'll be back with another one of these videos next week. I'm Jason Inman. Be seeing you.